oyster crackers again. You can't go wrong with these. So I just finished my lunch. That was really good. It was soup with oyster crackers. You really can't go wrong with that. So I'm doing a challenge for this winter storm, this winter weather event. And my challenge is once the snow or the ice starts falling, that's when the challenge is gonna start. And the challenge is to see how long I can last in my van without using any extra resources. So that includes using grid power, and that includes going inside to get more water or even going to the gas station to get more diesel for my heater. So what I will be doing is stocking up as well as I can on extra diesel for my heater. I've already gotten extra water for my 5-gallon water tank. And I will be using as little power as possible in order to extend the amount of time that I can spend in here without having to go inside of a coffee shop or to my mom's house to plug into grid power to charge up my battery bank. So that's what the challenge is. My main concern is running out of power. I think I will have more than enough water. I think I'll have enough diesel for my diesel heater, but I can't use my sink and I can't use the diesel heater if I don't have power. And I have a Jackery 1000 V2 and I have 400 watts of solar on the roof. Now that ideally, if I'm not using a bunch of appliances, if I'm only using my refrigerator and the heater, that should keep me topped off. But the problem is it's the middle of winter. And because it's winter, that means the days are shorter, we get less sun, and over the weekend while we're getting this winter weather, it's gonna be cloudy the entire time. So I just will not be pulling in a lot of solar. So I have no idea if I will be able to make it out of the winter event without having to go inside to get some of that good grid power. And in the scenario where we run out of grid power, I'll just be shit out of luck. But even then, you know, I still have my butane stove that works without power. I'll still have water, so I can use water. I just won't be able to use my sink because that uses a 12-volt pump that uses my Jackery for power. So if I fail my challenge, that's okay. Ultimately, I'm doing this challenge to stress test my van currently as it is. My van isn't completely finished. There's still a lot of things that I need to finish in here. For example, the roof still needs to be done, and I know that I will be upgrading my power system at some point, just not yet because it's kind of expensive, but I kind of want to see how far my power system as it stands can get me. So that's why I'm doing this challenge. It's just fun. It's also low stakes. I'm right next to my mom's home, so if I need to, I can go inside of her place. It's just a fun experiment to do, and I'm kind of excited for it. So like I said, right now I need to go take out the trash, refill my 5-gallon water tank that is under my sink, and then later tonight, right before it starts to snow, I'm gonna run to the gas station and top off my diesel heater, and then I'll take that opportunity to completely fill up this diesel can with diesel. Out there's a world outside of Yonkers, way out there beyond this hick town, Barnaby. There's a slick town, Barnaby. Okay, I took out the trash and got the extra power bank from my car. It's not much, it's just a little Anchor power bank, but it'll charge a phone and it'll charge, you know, this fan slash light. Smaller devices, but certainly can't hurt to have. For whatever reason, that gas pump is not letting out any diesel. Don't know why. I hope I didn't wait too late. Let's just go to a different gas station and see if I can get some diesel. Okay, I'm now at another diesel pump. There was a truck parked next to this pump and it looked like the guy in that trunk was filling up with diesel. And it looks like he got maybe $85 worth of diesel, so hopefully this diesel pump works. This one feels heavier, feels better. Filled up. Okay, we got the diesel. Let's head back. The frozen rain has started. It's very faint. It's not a whole lot right now, but it has started. So my challenge has officially started. I'm pretty full. Everything is topped off. My diesel heater is full. My 5-gallon fresh water tank is full. I have my spare 5-gallon container of water if I need extra water. I don't think I will, but I have it just in case. I have plenty of food. I'm hoping that my power will be able to carry me through. So this is the official start of the challenge. So let's see how long I can make it in this winter storm. I just came from my mom's apartment. I was essentially using her apartment to top everything off. Now that my challenge has started, I'm in here, I'm on my own. So I'm gonna go ahead and unload everything that I brought in, and then I'm gonna watch Alex Honnold's special on Netflix. He's climbing a skyscraper. Alex Honnold is a super legendary American climber. He was the climber who free soloed El Capitan and was in the movie Free Solo, which I think won an Oscar. Incredible movie, incredible climber, and I'm excited to watch that. So that's what I'm gonna do tonight. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into getting these things put away and get comfortable, turn on the heater, and get cozy for the night. Let's go ahead and turn on the heater. Oh wait, I can't. I need to plug it into my battery first. I'm too excited, I'm too excited. It's getting nice and toasty in here. Hey, so my mom's pretty tight. She actually gave me some cabbage. So I might have some cabbage tonight as I'm watching Alex Honnold do his skyscraper climb. Shout out to my mom. Thank you for the cabbage. I made her some waffles with my pancake mix, so we have a little nice bartering system going on there. Still, thanks Mom. There goes the heater. That heat feels so nice. There's nothing better than hot, dry heat. Yeah, that's really nice. All right, it is 6:58. This special with Alex Honnold starts at 7. I'm gonna go ahead and turn Netflix on and watch that. Normally, I would watch something like this on my TV. It's right over there, but because I'm doing everything I can to conserve power, I will be watching on my phone instead. Here we go. I can just barely hear the frozen rain pitter-pattering on my fiberglass roof. It's a really nice sound.
On how you think we should be thinking about and responding to this type of storm.
Yeah, well, I think that you're doing a good job so far. Maryland's one of the states that's already declared a state of emergency. So if you're just now tuning in, we've got ourselves a big time storm. Find that answer. And if so, you can keep submitting stuff to Ryan. Starting off probably around 8 p.m. tomorrow. Success.
I don't know if you guys can hear it, but the freezing rain has started. Yeah, it's started. So I'm not super hungry. I think I'm gonna keep dinner super low key tonight, and then I'm gonna get in bed and I'm gonna stay warm and cozy for the rest of the night. I've got the space heater going on and it is nice and warm in here, which is great because it's 26 degrees outside, which for Arkansas is pretty cold. So I'm gonna make that cabbage my mom gave me, and then I'm probably gonna make some hot chocolate too, which is kind of a crazy combination, cabbage and hot chocolate, but it's what I'm feeling. I'm gonna eat that and tuck her in for the night. It turned out that Alex Honnold's climb of Taipei 101 was delayed a day, so I'll just have to watch that tomorrow, which is fine. Let's make some dinner. I also just remembered I have eggs, so I'm probably gonna make some scrambled eggs too. I love breakfast for dinner. It's what the body wants.
We saw this one earlier as well. Wheatley in Oxford, Mississippi. This is not a drill. Hempstead County, Arkansas. We've already got this going on, guys.
Ooh, wow, I can feel that.
That's not good. On and on about how crazy it is. Snow cover on road sidewalks, County, Missouri.
It feels a little bit insane to be warming up cabbage on the skillet as opposed to boiling it in a pot or using a microwave, but it'll do the trick. Let's see if that's warm enough. Mmm, that's so good. Oh, I love cabbage. All right, I'm just gonna throw that cabbage right in the container that my mom gave me. Save a dish. Look at that. Ooh, yummy, delicious cabbage. If you don't like cabbage, I don't know what to tell you. Fabulous. I'm actually gonna close this to keep the steam in while I cook my eggs. Need to invest in some more lighting in here. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Can't wait to eat this. Eggs and cabbage. It seems like a really weird combination, but I think it's gonna be really good. Mmm. Oh, it's so good. That is delicious. There's really nothing better than a nice warm dinner on a really cold night. I mean, this is what it's all about. I'm in my van. It's nice and toasty. It's 26 degrees outside. I've got the weather app on my phone, or I'm listening to a weather stream. Eating some good dinner. I can hear the frozen rain pattering on my roof. Eating some good food. I keep bringing up the dinner, but it's so good. To me, this is $1 million experience. I feel like life is all about having really beautiful experiences and sharing those experiences with people that you love, which is why I'm making these videos again. So I think the only thing that would make tonight better, the only thing that would make this experience better as a whole, is sharing it with a friend. So here I am sharing this moment with you guys, and I don't know if you're eating something right now or where you're watching this, but if you're eating, cheers to experiences and to friendship. Shout out to moms, for real. I just heard a sound you don't hear very often. I don't know if you guys hear that. Yeah, I guess it's gone now, but I essentially heard like a whoosh. That's not gonna do it justice at all. Basically what I heard was like, it sounded like wind moving ice around on my roof. That was interesting. That was interesting. This is what I'm watching right now. That was fire. Let's make some hot chocolate. This is my favorite mug ever. It's also the only mug that I own in this van. It was given to me by my dear friend Jin. Shout out to Jin. It's from Parks Project, and it shows Joshua Tree National Park, which is one of my favorite national parks. I cannot wait until I am out of the South and back out west again. Oh no! Oh, I accidentally tore it. You gotta be careful with these Swiss Miss packages. They tend to tear in the wrong places if you're not careful. piping hot. Piping hot chocolate. Perfect. Okay, I think I'm gonna pour this hot chocolate into my mug, throw my jacket on, and I'll go for a little walk around, see what things are looking like outside. And it'll be really nice to walk around with my hot chocolate, sip it, and then come back to my nice, cozy, warm van. Alright, I'm gonna turn my heater on full blast, so by the time I come back into the van, it'll be super warm and toasty. I opened my windows to ventilate while I was cooking, but I've just closed all of my windows again, and after the heater's been running on full blast for about 5 to 10 minutes, it'll be super warm in here, because the temperature came down a little bit when I cooked, but it'll be nice and cozy by the time I come back. So I'm pretty excited. Let's go! That's so good. Going out in this weather in sweatpants and Birkenstocks is certainly a choice. Yeah, it's pretty dead out here. Down there is the exhaust for my diesel heater. I have to make sure that that exhaust doesn't get blocked by ice or snow, because if it does, it can cause carbon monoxide to back up into the heater and then get into my van, and we don't want that. So that's something I'll have to make sure I'm constantly checking. It's chilly out here. Let's get back inside. Oh, that's nice. I think that's enough urban exploration for the night. I'm probably gonna call it a night at this point. I'm gonna finish my hot chocolate, do my dishes, and then go to sleep. This kind of weather is the kind of weather where you just sit inside and do nothing. You conserve energy, stay warm, and bug in. Wait it out. So far, we're doing pretty well. Feeling pretty good. I'm excited for the rest of this challenge. It'll be cool to see how far along I can get before needing to use grid power or get more diesel. But I think I'll be okay. Who knows? We'll see. So I left my giant North Face puffer jacket in storage. So essentially what I'm doing is layering up as much as I can. I've got on a base layer, a hoodie, I'm putting another layer on top of this, and then I'll be putting my Patagonia micro puffer on top of that. The goal is to layer up and keep as warm as possible. Good morning. I made it through the night. I slept pretty warmly. I had my heater on the entire night and it kept me nice and warm. Which was really nice though, because I think the low of last night was like 14 or so degrees. And if I had to guess, I'd say it's about 68, 69, 70 degrees in here right now. Nice and warm compared to how it feels outside. So right now, I need to clean my solar panels off. So I'm gonna take my broom and just sweep the snow off of my panels, and hopefully we can get some solar pulling in. After a full night of running my heater and keeping my refrigerator on, my battery is at 37%. So I definitely need to get as much solar as I can today. It's gonna be snowing and overcast all day, so I don't anticipate that I'll get a whole lot, but I'll try and get as much as I can and get my essential items topped off. Now, normally, these were typical conditions, I would just climb on top of my van. But because it's icy, I don't want to hurt myself. So I'm just going to do it this way. Okay, so I tried sweeping some of the snow off of my panels, and the rate at which the snow is falling onto my solar panels is so high that I worry that even if I completely clear my panels of the snow, and I got a good amount off, but I came down and I checked and I still wasn't pulling in any solar. And then, of course, with how fast the snow is falling and how much snow is falling, my panel was pretty much already covered up again. So I'm not sure I'll even be able to pull in solar. I mean, this is why we practice. This is why we do test runs for everything, so we can stress test how our gear responds in certain situations. And it seems that during a snowstorm, solar will just not be enough for me to keep all of my devices powered. Now, at this moment, I have 35% left remaining in my battery of my Jackery, which will get me a few good hours of usage out of the diesel heater, but it's looking like the challenge is going to end at some point today. It'll be nice if I can make it to noon. I'm not sure I'll be able to get to noon before having to take it inside to charge it. So that said, this kind of changes how I'll exist during this winter storm. It's looking like, as overcast as it is and how fast the snow is falling, I'm likely not going to be able to get any good solar to keep things topped off. So what I think I'm going to end up doing is, when the battery eventually drains, because it will, I'll take it inside, charge it up, tail tucked between my legs, then bring it back out. If the challenge is over at that point, I might as well just full send and go into the complete luxury experience of being in my van, running the heater on full blast. I might even get the Starlink out and watch a movie later. We'll see, who knows. But there's still the threat of losing power. And if we lose power, then I won't be able to charge my Jackery inside. If we lose power, I'll just go in, hang out with my mom, get all the blankets, get my butane stove, do what I can. I'm going to enjoy the rest of this morning. I'm gonna look at the snow. I mean, look at all of this snow. This is insane. For Arkansas, this is crazy. I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of the day. I think I'm just gonna make breakfast and kind of carry on the way I normally carry on. Yeah. So challenge is not done yet. We're gonna see how long I can last, but the battery is most certainly going to die in the next few hours, and I will have to take it inside to charge. If I can take it inside to charge. I'm not completely off-grid yet. In ideal conditions, I am off-grid. On sunny days, I can be pretty self-sufficient, and this van can be pretty self-sustaining. But on a day like this, cloudy, a bunch of snow falling, yeah, looks like I'm still dependent on the grid. Oh well, let's make some breakfast. I feel like a year ago, if what's happening today would have happened to me, I would have felt like such a failure and such a fraud. But now that I'm older and wiser, I realize that perspective matters a lot, and it is okay to learn and to be new at something and to guess that something will happen and then something different ending up happening. I mean, that's kind of what science and experimentation is. Right now, I'm just excited to be cooking some really yummy oatmeal outside in my van while it's like 20 degrees outside. I think that's pretty cool. It's not even 20 degrees. It's 15 degrees. Yeah. Oh, that's so good. Oh, that's yummy. I have opted to sit right in front of my heater, and man, was that the right choice. That feels so good. Okay, now I need to go outside or just walk right outside the van and see how full the diesel heater is, so I can get a general idea of how much diesel I have left and how soon I need to fill it up. It's almost 20% diesel, so it's definitely time to fill it up. So oh my god, I'm getting water on my neck, hold on. So to fill the diesel heater, I first need to turn it off just to be safe, and then I can turn it back on after I filled it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off the heater, grab the 5-gallon can of diesel, fill it up, and then turn it back on. I turn the heater off, so it's ready to be filled up with diesel. And for the, my goodness, for the not even a minute that it's been off, it's crazy how quickly it's gotten cold in this van. That heater works well. Sounds like the snow has stopped. No, it's still going. It's not going as it's not as intense as it was earlier, but it's not completely stopped. It hasn't completely stopped, but it's not as intense as it was earlier. Okay, it's your time to shine. I'm gonna be completely transparent with you guys. I've never used one of these before. I don't completely know how they work, so I'm just gonna kind of be, I don't know, figuring it out. Oh, it literally says how to do it. Okay, vent can before use, unblock, squeeze. How do you unblock? Vent. Okay, to pour, repeat venting instructions. Oh, okay. Push dark green tab, then squeeze light green block forward. Large green pad must slide forward in order to release fuel. Oh, okay, got it. Okay, I figured it out. I got it. Okay, I got it. Yeah, okay. Well, because that's one, and then this is 2. You can barely see it, but it says 2 right there. Okay, I know what I'm doing now. I'm gonna do this in the Birks. I don't feel like putting the hiking boots back on. Oh, it's heavy. Jesus Christ. 1 and 2. Oh my god, it's so heavy. It's not dispensing. Squeeze. Let's try it again. Okay, we got it. Look, 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 look. Okay. That should be good. Whew. Oh, gosh. Almost threw my back out doing that. Good heavens. Oh, I should probably get my broom. I left it up there. Jeez, look at my feet. Well, might as well try and get any snow off that we can, even if it's ineffective. Got some ice forming around my windows. I don't know if that's very good. Let's turn the heater back on. Jesus, my socks are wet. Full blast, please. Thank you. My feet got wet. That's not good. I need to get them dry as quickly as possible. As for the diesel, that worked pretty well. That's gonna go back under the bed now. And I've still got a good amount. I've got this much left. That's kind of crazy. Ice off of these Birks. All right, the heater's on full blast. I'm gonna warm up my tooties and also put some lotion on my feet because they're super dry. All right, we've got 2 perfectly warm feet and the jackery is at 23%. I'm gonna mess with the solar cables a little bit and see if I can get them to pull in any solar, because I kind of cleared off the solar panels, not a lot, but a little bit. So I'm gonna mess with them and see if I can get any solar to pull in. Whoa, look at that. I'm getting a whopping 2 watts of solar. That's not a lot, but it's something. It is 6:50. I just came from my mom's apartment, so earlier today my jackery ran out of power, so my challenge officially ended. My van lasted about, oh gosh, I want to say about 19 hours before running out of battery. So challenge is over. I've charged the Jackery. I went inside to charge the Jackery, and now I'm just gonna make some dinner and put on Skyscraper, which is a special where Alex Honnold is gonna be free soloing Taipei 101 over in Taiwan. So I'm gonna make, I think, some minestrone soup and make a vegan grilled cheese and chill and eat that. It sounds pretty good.
It's been a lifelong dream of mine to come.
I meant to watch this yesterday, but it got delayed because apparently it was raining in Taiwan. But it looks like it's happening tonight, so I'm pretty stoked about this. My van floor is cold. Oh my gosh. Ha! I finished my dishes just in time. There's still just under a minute left before the premiere. Woo, I'm so excited about this. I'm just gonna do the Progresso minestrone soup. I told myself I was gonna make chili tonight, but I'm actually feeling a little bit lazy and I kind of just want to get straight into watching Skyscraper. So I'm gonna do the minestrone, heat that up over the butane stove, and then add some oyster crackers, of course, and then make a vegan grilled cheese. That sounds good to me. The vegan butter and the vegan cheese. And the premiere just started. Oh.
We're here in beautiful Taipei, Taiwan for one reason only.
There he is in his
the
van.
greatest free soloist
Oh
in
my
history.
God.
And today,
I still don't think
as
there's
I
going to be
remember, I've
anything
always
more
wanted to climb
impressive
things.
than free soloing El Capitan, but
When I was growing
This
up,
is-
I was
this is
kinda
pretty
shy.
awesome.
I was kind
above the overhangs, where will he rise to the challenge? Our goosebumping
I think
right
you
now,
will.
Seth. You're kind of
Free soloing is not something that feels strength sapping, where he will be
Visual of him from us sitting here looking. I'm so shocked.
I almost forgot the oyster crackers.
crackers.
leg up.
Just put your other hand on the thing. Put your
Whoa. I'm so exposed.
That's fun.
View up there.
It is a
Hey, this is Ken from the future here. So it is 2 days since we had the massive snowstorm here in central Arkansas, and today and yesterday have been super sunny, so a lot of the snow and ice has been melting, and I figured that I'd get on today to talk about the things that I learned experiencing my first snowstorm in the van. The main thing that caused me to have to go inside and rely on the grid or rely on external resources was power. My Jackery ran out of power on day 2. The weak point with my power setup is that the only way I can get power in my van is from solar. And because I was in a snowstorm, it was really cloudy, so I wasn't pulling in a lot of solar. I was pulling in maybe 1 or 2 watts. But on top of that, with the amount of snow that was falling, it completely covered my solar panels. So even if I was able to scrape a little bit of snow off, it just kept getting snowed on. So I really wasn't able to pull in any solar during the few days that we were getting all of the snow. There are 2 things that I'm going to be looking to change as I continue to build out my van. The first thing is that in the event of a snowstorm, what I will 1000% do is cover my solar panels with a tarp so that after the snow stops and there isn't any, more snow predicted in the forecast, I'll take the tarp off and then, just kind of sweep off any extra or any extra snow, and then I can get solar again. The main issue with this snowstorm was that I was able to sweep off a good layer of snow, but under all of that snow was a super thick layer of ice, and I really had to chip away at the ice. And after a certain point, I gave up on it because it was so thick and so hard to get off. So next time I'm in the event where I'm in a snowstorm, I'll definitely do that, keep a tarp on my solar panels, and then take it off so that I don't have to go through all of that sweeping and scraping and worrying about whether or not I should get onto the roof because it's icy and slippery, and being scared of falling and slipping and dying and all of that. So next time this happens, I'm definitely going to use a tarp for my solar panels. The second thing is I simply just need another source of power for my off-grid setup. So like I said, the only way that my Jackery, which is my battery that charges everything in here, The only way that that charges here in the van is through solar. Now I can charge it by plugging it into a wall outlet to get grid power or shore power or whatever you like to call it. But obviously if I'm looking to be off grid or if I'm in the mountains, I want to be able to get another source of power if I can't use the solar. So something I'm going to be investing in later on is a DC to DC charger that I can hook up to my car's alternator. So if I'm out somewhere, I'm out of battery for my battery bank and I need a little bit of a charge, I can hook it up to the alternator, turn on the car, and the battery can charge that way. I know a lot of van lifers do that by default. I didn't. Like I said, I'm building out this van as I go, and I don't have, you know, a bunch of money to work with, so I'm kind of doing it piece by piece. So a DC to DC charger is something that I'll certainly be looking into getting for the van in the future. And as far as those things, I have enough diesel. I filled up my diesel heater with as much diesel as I could, and then I got an extra 5-gallon can just for diesel, so that I could keep it topped off during the storm, and that was great. I actually still have diesel, and it looks like at this point I can get out and go to the gas station if I need to. The roads are pretty clear. There's still a lot of ice and snow on the roads, but it's pretty hard packed, and I don't think I'll have any issues driving down to the gas station down the street to get some more diesel for the diesel heater, because I will need some probably in 24 hours. I did end up using my water container, so I filled up my water. I actually still have a little bit left, so I think that was just enough water, and now I just have this, so I'll make sure to keep this topped off when it gets low so that I have 10 gallons of fresh water on hand instead of just the 5. I think the only other things that I would change is I'll probably invest in a wool blanket at some point, because something that I thought about during the snowstorm is in the scenario where I run out of power and I don't have a way to get out and I, you know, need to stay warm, I can't rely on anything else, it would be a really good idea to have something that can really keep me warm. So I've been meaning to get a wool blanket for a while, I just haven't done it. But wool blankets are really good at keeping you warm even if they get wet or anything like that. I might get a military style wool blanket, but there's some really nice ones out there that have like Nordic and Aztec designs, and I think that'll really bring a nice touch of warmth to my van. So I'll probably get one of those at some point too. I think that's kind of it. Like, mainly the power was the biggest issue. Yeah, so, and I knew that going into this challenge, I knew that my power system is something that can be expanded to be even more robust. And I certainly will expand my power station and my power capabilities at some point. So doing this challenge was a really good experience. I thought I was gonna last longer, so I did feel a little bit embarrassed that I only lasted about 19 hours or so. I thought I'd at least get a full day through. But that's okay. That's, like I said earlier, it's why we test, it's why we experiment, so we can learn how our gear responds in situations like this, and we can adjust for the future and get stronger and even better. So all in all, it was a super fun experience. I'm kind of excited to try it again after I've gotten my new preps. It does look like we're supposed to get a little bit of winter activity next week. We'll kind of have to see what ends up happening. It doesn't look like it's going to be anything like what we got over this weekend, but yeah, we'll have to see. I don't think I'll have my DC to DC charger by then, but we'll just see how I handle. Other things that I'm looking to get in the van is, I noticed as I started editing this video, because I've already started editing, is that, oh my god, it's so dark still. Like, I've been using this like fan light to kind of use as a spotlight to keep whatever the subject is lit up, but it looks like what I will actually need is just brighter light. So I'm probably gonna go ahead and get 2 strip lights to put on my roof, and I didn't want to do that at first because the roof isn't finished, but the roof probably isn't going to be finished for a little while, so I might as well just get some lights that I can easily remove and just put them up there so you guys can actually see what I can see while I'm recording. because for a lot of that I was recording with my GoPro, and GoPros kind of notoriously don't have the best low light capability. So I want to make sure that my videos are nice and bright and you can see everything. So yeah, all in all, this was a super fun experience. I feel like I learned a lot. It was really fun. I love doing stuff like this. I would love to, in the future, do more challenges like this, even in different cars. Obviously, you know, this is my van, this is where I live, but I also have a Kia Soul, and I'd like to do fun stuff like this in my Kia Soul too. And even other cars. My uncle is a used car salesman, so it would be fun to do some experiments in some of the cars that he has on hand. So yeah, I've just got some fun ideas for the future, and this was so fun. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I apologize for the low light. I'll definitely fix that for the next video. But hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, it would mean so much to me if you left a like and a subscribe. It helps me out, and your support means I can do more stuff like this in the future and quit my corporate job and start traveling full-time. So any and all support is super appreciated. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I need you to look at this chili. Look at this chili. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to eat that. I got some Ritz crackers too. Ooh. Shit. And they're fresh. Oh, that one's broken. This one too. Oh my god, they're all broken. Fuck it. Oh my gosh, yeah. It's $1 million. $1 million right there. It's delicious.